Hi, this is Andy Frith from Sheffield Advanced Motorcyclists, out with Andy Tune on his third ride. We've just come up the slip road now onto the M1 at junction 34, just past a sign there saying that traffic merges from the left into its own lane actually. You're doing lots of shoulder checks here to look for traffic on the main carriageway, but I don't think you appreciated that we're actually in a complete lane here and you didn't need to cross over the lane in front of that vehicle because you've got plenty of room on your own. So just be conscious of that, take account of the signs saying what sort of merging feature it is on a motorway, because he had to move out into the offside lane to try and effect an overtake. Just one thing to bear in mind, it's a bit of an unusual entry at this junction. On the way up now to Whiston Crossroads, this was good. You're near side lane, you get a view of the traffic lights just coming up, see that there's traffic in the near side lane queuing, so you take up an offside position for the lane of least resistance, and that van moves nicely out of the way to the offside. That was a good move, that good early planning, and gets you in an advantageous position for when the lights change. I like that. Approaching Wigsley roundabout now, and a long queue of traffic, obviously something up. You take an offside position, may have considered a horn warning there for that emerging BMW. I think he did see you, but it wouldn't have hurted a quick friendly toot. And you took the decision to filter straight away, which was great. A bit tight here. You negotiated it very well, and nice pace through, making sure that nobody's going to pop out into your lane. Yeah, it was good, it was all nicely done, this. And this was interesting. Coming up to these lights, there's a Pelican crossing, and you slowed down and stopped. Now, I'm presuming it's because you know the law that says you can't overtake the foremost vehicle on a pedestrian crossing, on a Pelican crossing in the zigzags. So it does present us with a bit of a problem, this, when filtering, because I think the law refers to stationary traffic, so some traffic's moving, some traffic's not. It's an obvious filtering situation, and you decided to go, and I don't know what, we'll have to discuss it. I forgot to mention it, but I just wondered what actually made you go, but I don't think you were wrong. It was an unusual situation, that. This was a little bit further on through that traffic. Traffic lights here, vehicle in the offside, and you passed on the inside, as did I, when I was following you. And maybe just think about the legality of that. And then a little bit further down that road, we came to some traffic lights which were on red, so it's going to be a stop situation. Right in the distance there, you can see a bus on the near side with its indicator flashing. And I wonder whether you clocked that, because the best position would have been in the offside there, because that bus was stationary for some time. We don't know whether it's stuck there, and indeed one of the other motorcyclists in our group came and took up that position, because what happens is when we set off, you have to move out to overtake that bus. So again, a bit of forward planning might have saved you that manoeuvre and put you in the correct position very early on. Going around the roundabout to the M18 at Hellaby here, just one thing. This heavy is starting to turn, and it pinched you, so you had to take a little bit of the offside lane. What might have been better in that situation was just to roll off and let that heavy take its manoeuvre around the bend, and then you could have gone on the outside. Another one here, just letting the situation develop. That vehicle's turning left, you had to cross onto the other side of the carriageway. Just by rolling off and letting it develop would have saved you having to move. This was a bit naughty, I thought. This guy, you could see him creeping. I think you actually did give him a horn warning, but he must have seen me, I think, and decided to come out in between us. I thought, a bit naughty. Here a bit of an overreaction. I got a flash of the red car coming, and you sort of like jink your bike a little bit. Bit better planning of the safety position would have avoided that. And here again, just letting the situation develop. If you just rolled off, you could see he was indicating right, just to save you braking and destabilising your bike. And this one, again, a roll off earlier on. See how you moved your bike in, got your view blocked by that white van, and then had to come back out again. whereas a roll off and a maintain your distance until they develop could have helped you. This was an overtake I wanted to put in. This was a good overtake. The only thing I wouldn't have done here was the signal, because it really doesn't benefit anybody. But it was nicely done. Your view opened up. There you go. Nicely done, but no reason for the indicator, to be perfectly honest, because there's nobody else there to benefit from it, and I knew what you were going to do. So on the open road now, just wanted to have a look at your positioning. Your safety positioning throughout the ride was very good, and this was a good example. Recognised that the car was in the junction there and got you maximum distance from him you could, also putting you in the maximum plane of view. I like that, that was good. But we did discuss your moving your bike about a lot. This was another overtake, quite nicely done. This was better than the previous one, because you actually went out there, got your look, and decided to go, albeit there were junctions on the left which you have to take into account. And I think I've put this section in just to have a look at where your bike is. So you moved out to 3, spotted an oncoming, come back to 1. You're looking for the overtake, moved out to 3 again and left hand bend, and another oncoming and back to 1. Whereas you could have maybe picked up a following position, say back out to 3 again for the view. So I'm just going to speed this section up and just let you have a look at how much your bike's moving around at a faster speed, so you get a bit more of indication. There you go, out, back in, back out, stay on the curve, back in, wait for it to pass, back out, and with a better following position you could have maybe got the view and just not moved about as much. Right, this overtake, you were looking for it for a little while, and it was going to come because the 2 vehicles in front, and it was just a matter of waiting for the right position. You got this oncoming, and then you decided to go out for a look. And I think you're waiting because we've got potential vehicles oncoming. There it goes. But you stayed in that offside position without altering it for safety, because you were keen on doing the overtake. Got a junction to the left there, still pushing, and I don't know, it just all seemed a little bit, like I described in debrief, just a bit frenetic. And then you've got the clearing road, but you decide to go at the wrong place because you've got junctions on the left, junctions on the right, and then you get an oncoming and you have to squeeze in, and bang, the car's brake lights come in. So all in all, that wasn't a good overtake, that, and there were so many things there saying what not to do. But overall, that was a very good ride. Like I said, just a little bit frenetic in places. You could just smooth it out a bit, not move your bike around as much. But yeah, I really enjoyed that, and for a third ride out, that was really good. Just turn the camera off.